Hey folks, this is Noble Rambler and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Banished. We're using the MegaMod in our town of Noble Landing. And get this guy turned on and basically, it's been a while since I've really been in this game. Last episode rebuilt it and got it set up for the MegaMod, but I haven't really spent much time thinking about the game for a while with all the renovations that I'm doing. So I thought I'd take this episode, just kind of work through the town. I know we need housing badly, so I'm going to slow the speed down, but kind of go through the town one operation at a time and just kind of check production and figure out what's lacking, what isn't, make sure everything's working the way it's supposed to, and then figure out where we're going to expand from here. And still don't have a lot of time to put into this series right now, but once in a while when I do have the ability to sit down, like today it's going to be raining this evening, so I can't do any more work up on the roof because I need to let everything that I have done dry and harden before that rain comes, so I had to stop early. But once in a while I get a chance to sit down, just record and enjoy this. So let's think about things here. Where do we start? Let's start over here. We've got wharf and ship, and we're up and running. I'm bringing in lots of great stuff here, including whale blubber. So, whale blubber, let's see, we've got see if I remember where everything is. A chandlery is over here, and at this point we're using beeswax. Could use whale blubber for candles. We could also use it to make lamp oils, that's what we want. That's over here. Yeah, that was the plan. And we are simply waiting for more whale blubber because we're not bringing it in fast enough. 6 laborers, 2 builders. I don't want to add anything else right now if I can avoid it. So it is working when it's working. Let's see. Let's try to not turn this thing off and see if I can keep that pin for this episode, because there'll be a lot of checking up on things. So, whale blubber. Let's see here. Is it called blubber or is it called whale? I'm not seeing blubber, so we'll head down to whale. Whale meat, whale blubber 0. Okay. Lamp oil. Let's see here. There you are, 12. So we've only just got that operation up and going. That's what's going on there. Alright. Trader, and this guy is needing silver pfennigs. So silver pfennigs are going to come out of the, what I call the mint, or the melting house, which means we need silver, which we built here because we've got the ability to make silver right over here. So let's pop a mine in real quick. Is that right? No. It's this one. There we go. So silver comes out of precious mines. It also comes out of the placer mines. Let's go with a precious mine for now. Let's see. R. Yeah. Oh, I thought I saw one spot. No. Almost. There's one. Right there. Okay. We'll just pin that one for now and give our 2 builders something to do, assuming that they'll go out that far. Tree's kind of sparkling. Interesting. Okay. Little by little this episode I want to go through the whole town and just make sure everything is running the way it's supposed to. I think that's all there is to check over here. This one, that one. We have traders, which have a good variety of everything in it, so I think we're fine there. Not really storing much. Don't know if there's any stockpiles left in town. I know I had one over here. Just because I could get random things out of this trader. I don't have a warehouse system to put it, so I just left a random stockpile. But he's full anyway, so whatever else comes out of here is going to land. That's interesting. We have stone storage here, but of course they like these stockpiles better, so they go here instead. Huh. Eventually we'll probably get all the warehouses down at this end too. Okay, so you are hardly used, so we're all done. Chickens. And a merchant just arrived. So chickens, what are we doing with chickens? Let me think about that. Okay. Gennardo the Hauler has brought us stone. You know, let's go ahead and buy one round of all of the supplies. Make sure we've really built up for whatever is coming as far as being able to expand and start doing some building soon. I lost it. I can never keep this window up. Let's see, I gotta find it again. There. Stay there. Okay. Lumber. I'm pretty sure we're fine on that. It's 900, yeah. So what do we actually need out of this? Gemstone tools. Don't know much about that. That must be a change. If we're gonna, I assume you need the tools if you're going to turn rough gemstones into whatever the final product is. Polished gemstones, I'll guess. I don't remember needing tools to do that before. So let's grab 10 of those just to get another death down here. Just to see what that's all about. Don't need lumber. Roof tiles, I'm going to hold off on that and we'll start making our own. I don't even know which building makes that. That's interesting. I don't know what building makes that. We can make it, right? So, workshops. It seems like it'd be right here. But I don't think any of these do that, unless it's something that's been added to the brickworks or something. I'm sure I've got a brickworks. Let's just verify that's not true. Those, I don't know. I don't remember which mod the roofing tiles go to. If it was red ketchups or what. Maybe there's something in one of his. Bricks are over here, and we are not making roofing tiles. Okay, so that's not that sort. It's not a Colonial Charter thing. So, can I make them? Is the big question. So if we're not in here, workshop, mini workshop, just wondering if there is any other place. Hardware store. Have to think about that. Or if you guys know, go ahead and toss it into the comments. The agave masher. Where else would it be? I mean, this right here is your refined resources. That's where things like bricks and pottery and roofing tiles should be placed. So I don't know where else that would be. Do I need to buy them or can I make them is what I'm getting at. Let's go ahead and grab this load. So I've got the ability to make a house like that if I choose to. What can I handle? Here. Wine, I can handle 8,000 in just one item alone, so we're still fine. So 10, no. Furnace fuel, no, we're fine on that. Homewares, we're good. 10 ore could be a thing. Let's go ahead and grab all 250 of that. Copper ore, we'll do that too. We got plenty of storage in our material warehouses. Hull components do not need. Pewter, I can't think of a need, so no. That's it. Alright, so 6,000. Let's do that out of wine. Or turnips. Food, 13,000. That's kind of low for us. So not going to touch food for a while. So wine. Alright, 8 goes into 60. Yeah, that's like a 7.5, so 750. There it is. Okay, trade and dismiss. That's done. And minimize. Minimize. That's the new buzzword for today. Minimize. Chickens. What are we doing with chickens? We're using the feathers for survival coats. Here. 2 people. 2 people. So 4 people making survival coats. Feathers. Right there. 3,800. We're great on feathers. Reeds. We're 7,300. So we're great there too. Alright, so we could actually make more. We could make more. You're making rope. You're making fire bundles. You guys are turned off. Let's switch you to ropes with 1 person. Let's make you survival coats with 2 people. Let's make you fire bundles on 1 person. And you fire bundles on 1 person. Alright. So that gives us 2, 4, 6 people making survival coats. 1 person making ropes. which is more than enough for what we're going to use them for. 745. That's just for upgrading these houses, and we're already pretty much upgraded for what we put in so far. And then 2 people making fire bundles, which is what we had before, and that brings us to fire bundles 1,000 so far with just these 2 people. Oh, okay. I was going to say I think that's okay, except I just realized the furnace fuel refinery is off. We have 2,000 furnace fuel though. Okay, I'm going to leave those just like they are. Minimize and buzz back over here. So that takes care of chickens. We've got the oil press figured out. You are what? You're a warehouse. You're 11% full. Alright, small windmill making flour out of wheat. No, need to make it out of sorghum. Is that a thing? That is a thing. And do we have sorghum in stock now? That's right, we had only just turned those fields on, so there was no sorghum last time. I'm still not listing any, because they haven't been picked up yet. This is the very first crop coming in. There, it's right there under my mouse. Could have bit me. So we do have some in stock, quite a bit actually. Yeah, let's turn this one on. So, down to 3 laborers. Ouch. Okay. Well, let's get that going anyway. We'll find somewhere else to steal labor. Yeah, okay, the flour's coming in because I do have a bakery I want to get turned on right over there someday. When it's done, we'll get, what will we get going? Let's see here. What do we have in stock we could add to flour to make something interesting? Butter. Okay, let's keep that in mind. Eggs. That's a possibility. That's a good possibility. We have lots of eggs, don't we? Nope. Okay, let's choose it, and then we can go over here. Eggs. 174. Not as many as I would think. Okay, so blueberries. Possibility. 0. Really? No, that's blackberries. Blueberries. 425. That's muffins. Blueberry muffins. Honey? Bet you we have a lot of honey. I have to choose it, then go over here. 209. All these numbers, I have a feeling this bakery is going to just buzz through really quick. So I'm looking for something more I've got 1,000 of. Apples. We don't have apple trees. Cherries, pecans. So we've got figs, I think. Okay, well, the only guaranteed one is bread. Not going to use it yet, but I'm just kind of thinking my way through that. Okay. Minimize you. So that is him. Where can I steal labor? We've got 2 in the coal mine. We've got 3 in the stone mine. We just bought a bunch of stone. Let's temporarily take you guys down, just so I've got a little cushion right there. Alright, next building. You're a house that desperately needs a young couple to move into. Let's do just that. Remove you. Soon you're going to find someone else to live with. Unless you go into the town lodging. Anyway, you... No, let's remember that's going. You are the weaver. You're turning cotton into cloth. That's good. Another merchant just arrived. You're the one whose house we took. When you get there, you'll find someone else to go bunk with. So we're good on this one. We're making... yeah, enough for what we're doing right now. Eventually we'll get more people working in there when we have more people to do something with. You must work at one of the docks. You're going to make a delivery. Okay. So still waiting for that one to go away. So Weaver's good. You're a tiny house. Same issue. Let's make you go away. And get a young couple to move into there. Rather than building houses, I can go this route. Storage, we're good. That's where a bunch of our sorghum is. Okay. So this area's figured out. You're llamas. We're making wool. We are making wool. That's right. So, still one person without a house. Wool, what kind of quantities do we have yet? Not a whole lot. Leather, what are you doing? L. There you are. 600 and 300. We have a tailor over here. Is this up and running? This guy. Full coats out of cloth. We could also... Oh, it's the updated one that does the wool and leather to make... I don't remember what that one was. Several coats. We can do one of each. Let's... That didn't work. Move over here. There. Let's go ahead and do that. And... Tailor... We'll take the tailor out for now. Tailor. Done. Okay. So that guy is up and running. We still have one guy without a house. And I have another merchant. Okay, let's work on the merchants. You have brought us seeds. Pin you. I don't recall what we do or do not have. What would it be nice to get, though? Lots of blueberries for muffins. That would be fun. Let's just pop that one up there. Bean, broccoli, Brussels sprouts. Thinking beans grow really well. Raspberries grow really well. I know that. Do we have raspberries? We don't. Brussels sprouts, cucumbers. That's a fruit tree. Hops we have, right? Hops, yeah. Tobacco. Now, this is a smaller map in the sense of land mass or ground, so we're not going to be able to do everything. Carrots, let's get that going. That's predominant in the soup kitchen. Yeah, so let's grab one of those. Peach, barley, potato, olive. Do not have olive yet. It's always a good one to get. I don't know if I can afford all these. We'll put that in there. Cotton we have. Chestnut and rye. Alright. So if we were to dump more wine, we don't really have it. 771. Don't want to touch food. I think I can afford the furniture. Inventory. Furniture 300. Yeah, we can do 20. So furniture 20. Survival coats. What if we did 200? I guess this is a 96. Herbs. We're fine on herbs. So there's 4,000 right there. No, 400. Okay. So we need another 492. Fish, rice. That's it. Okay. Well, let's finish it in fish. 492. Okay. So, again, they gave us olives, carrots, and blueberries. Trade and dismiss. It is winter. Let's swing over and change some crops. Now, a reminder what we're growing. You are sorghum. You're sorghum. Turnip, turnip, cucumber. Okay. Cucumbers I like. Turnips I could live without. You are going to become carrots. And you are going to become blueberries. Alright. Health is doing good. Happiness is doing pretty good. Need that other church going. That would help us out. That's right up here, and it's almost done. So, crop field is done. Merchant is done. You've been dismissed. We have another one over here. So what did you bring us? You brought us food. 16,000. We were at 14 earlier. Production. We're about 1,000 behind on production. Do we want to buy some food? I'm going to go through and optimize everything. So it's quite possible by the time I'm done we're going to at least break even. But it wouldn't hurt to give us a boost if we can afford that boost. I do have 1,000 wine over here, so I have 8,000 available without affecting any important supplies. So that should be fine. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's get 8,000 in food. Bunch of barley. Oatmeal. 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 Click out. Where's that bakery? Can Can you do something with oatmeal? I don't remember there being an oatmeal in here. Flour and... No. So that is something else. Probably a different kind of bakery. One of the other mods. Okay. This one, yeah. So I'm not certain what to do with that. It may be like a flour that you can't actually eat until you make it into something. That's a possibility. I'm not sure. Let's grab the 2,000 corn. Barley. What? Be nice to get something besides a grain. Fruit cake. Oh, why not? Some of those are actually good. Sugar cookies. Alrighty. Don't know what food group that's considered in this game. And the rest in barley. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so we have lots of more food. And we're 18,000 now. This didn't update. Alright, so trade, dismiss, and that's done. Minimize you. Housing, we're good. Reclaim. And a single guy moved in. Reclaim. And a whole family moved in. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Anyway. So, wool. When this is rebuilt, we will start using the wool and the leather. And it wouldn't hurt to have... we'll kind of alternate that between that and using the cloth. Cloth. Weaver? Yeah, cloth. Okay, a couple of houses, or a barn, house, big family. Need more houses. We'll do that hopefully before this episode's out. And what do we have here? You are the apiary. Running 2 employees. Getting lots of stuff in. Previous season, because I probably just turned it back on after rebuilding the map, so this is a little more accurate here. Okay. Church just went in. 71 members just went into there. Great. That's done. You, Taylor, and you, Precious Mine. Okay. So you are the chandlery using beeswax. And how much have you actually made? Now again, it may have just been turned on, so I don't know how accurate that is. Homewares. You are up and running. Using furniture and glassware. Other choices? Not that we're capable of. Okay, so furniture and glassware. And you've made 5 recently. Here. Furniture, we know we had 300 and something. Glassware, we're at 0. Glassware is... Do we have a second? I know there's this guy. He's on the glassware. Does he have sand? 300. Coal? Should have plenty. 1,000. Okay. So he has made 80. What did I see here? Glassware? 0. So as fast as he's making it, they're grabbing it and bringing it over here. Okay. Still 0. Interesting. Glass itself, 500. So we swap it back and forth between the glass that's needed for the building supplies and the glassware that's needed for homeware. Okay. So apparently we're waiting for one more batch of glass to be made to get the next round of this going. Okay, so what got me over there? I guess I just wandered in this direction. Cows. Doing pretty good there. Milk. Okay. Dairy. Let's think about the dairy. This is the area where that logically goes, but we're pretty much out of that area. There's a little bit right here, but I think the dairy's got a pretty good sized footprint. You're like here? Yeah, there you are. You're a pretty good sized building. I could make it work if I wanted to. Let's see, what do you look like? What is actually a front door? Looks like that's the front door right there. Okay. Do we want to tuck it in that tight? And if we do, I can raise up the shore right behind there. Is there a better place? Not really. Okay, let's make that work. Well, there is right here. So there and there. Actually, both about the same distance from the cattle. They would be stored probably here. Alright, let's take a look at that. Same issue, just have to raise up a little area. Let's do that. Okay, so you... How do I memorize that? That point, build a square. Okay. Let's see if that did it. Dairy. Gotcha. Okay. I want to go one over. Nope, right there. Okay, so that one, take note of it. Taylor is still being torn down. Kind of. What are they doing instead? I've got no workers on any of these. What are the workers doing? And 6 laborers still. Good. In fact, 6 laborers. Ah, we've added 2. Let's get stone up and running again. That's what I did. Okay. Is that right? You guys are... That's not miners. Is that stone cutters? Stone cutters 5 of 5. Okay. Because you are a stone cutter also. So, what did I go over there for? I had extra laborers. So I put them into there. But before that, I was wondering where the builders were. Okay. Laborers, no, builders, are working on 4 projects. Ah, what are you? There you are, precious mine. There's 1 person working over there. Otherwise, nobody's working in that one. Nobody's working in that one. Wood cart. So we have the wood cart going into this area to help supply logs to the joiner, and in a roundabout way the blacksmith. Okay, so good thing I noticed that. I'm going to need to put a vendor in there. Okay, next, what is happening in this area? So we got him done. Cows, we needed dairy. Bone meal makes saplings. That might be a... No. Bone meal makes something else. It can be used in the greenhouse to make different things, if I recall. But the greenhouse is something to kick around. Yeah, not necessary yet. Okay, so back into here. I don't want too much time to go by. I'm only running at 1 speed. But I want to get some housing in, because I know we're quite low on our houses. Tell you what, let's... turn it off. Debating on getting a few houses in real quick, but I was wanting to get the food stabilized. I think we could call that... No, we bought a bunch of food. That's why it's gone up. But still, yeah, let's go pop in like 2 houses somewhere. 2 or 3 houses. That can be happening while everything else is going on. Where to? Where do we want to expand to? What needs more housing near it is probably the best question. So these guys are there. Probably could use a house or 2 in this area. Trader just came in. Though we have these houses here. You're there. You're there. You're there. There's a butcher in there. Didn't see him. That is the cow or beef. You're doing a good job. Okay. Do we put a house out here is what I'm getting at. We bridged over. I was wanting to put another marina area right in here. But I don't know that I want to take the time to design all that right now. I still want to go through all the production of the town and see that everything's working the way it's supposed to. We're going to eventually need housing out here. That might be worth doing. We've got this swath right here available, if I'm correct. Yeah, actually we have this available, and that's right next to two big smokers. So no one's going to want to live there. Okay, that didn't work. You are the vendor. Wood cart. Yes. There we go, and you're done. 4 workers still. 4 laborers available. You're peaked out, but you're available now. So that's not a problem. Alright. Where to put a couple of houses? Let's go back to here. What am I missing? There. All the way up there. So a house in this area would be a good idea. Okay, where to? What could I squeeze in here? The dock homes are quick and easy fixes, but they're quite expensive. 45 and 60 logs, I'm thinking, and just as many to upgrade it, plus rope. So it really behooves you to go in with a regular house if you can. House at the back end of this pasture. I think I'm going to just raise a little bit of land over here. Not much. Something like that, and then kind of jagged this up a little bit. Yeah, something like that. Did I do that? I did that. Okay. Dairy. Here, I was trying to be careful and miss everything that was actually a building. Okay, put you back in the queue. So that means the precious mine is now next, and then the tailor, then the dairy. But with this little area added right there, I think we can put in a couple of houses up here that would kind of aid the farms a bit. So let's pop into... Is there room for this farmhouse? It's a nice building. Oh, there is. Okay. Let's do you there. Oh, I'm 1 space off. Right there. Oh, I can't see it. You're falling off the end, aren't you? Darn. And rotated. No good. Okay, that doesn't fit. Salt box probably will. Yeah. Another trader? That's 2 of them, huh? Let's put a salt box there. Yeah, we'll do one there too. Not gonna quite do the decorating here that I would, that Vapor would want me to. Right now we're just gonna go for functionality. Small town home. What are you? Well, you are small. Where'd that go? Okay. There, okay. Small home with same costs and same numbers as the wood house. Okay. You know, something we haven't done... I don't know if I've done it at all this game, have I? Just the old stone houses. Nope, not a single one. Let's put a stone house in. Actually, we could do the town of boats now. Oh. Right there. Alright. You guys. You're the houses for this episode. Next episode, we'll get into that marina area, and then we'll... After that, we'll start heading into the main city and start expanding this area. Alright, so housing is done for this area. Our efficiency is picked up again for the food. That will help us out. So, merchants. Let's get these guys done before they go on strike or something. Sheep, ducks, chickens. Nope, we don't have the ability to expand agriculture right now. Dismiss you. You have got more roofing tiles. Logs are fine. Glass is fine. 6 especially. We'll make our own. Sand? That is really cheap. Let's grab 1,000 sand. And let's grab the roof tiles till I figure out whether or not I can make my own. And hardwood. Let's grab all the hardwood. And let's think about that as an industry. 4,000. I do have enough wine here. That would be 500. Trade and dismiss. Let's think about fancy furniture as a new trading. In fact, let's put it right here. We'll buy it, we'll store it, we'll make it, we'll put it back in there, and we'll sell it. That's just for industry. And some fancy homewares later when we need to. So that would be here, and it'd be a joiner. So that's there? Nope. There. Crafter. Okay. What do you look like? You look like a house in Skyrim. That's what you look like. Yep. Kind of like the house there at Whiterun that you get to buy. Boy, I haven't played that game in way too long. I've always wanted to do something that Briarstone does. He'll make a character in Skyrim and play as that character and make all the decisions that character would make and do all the things that that character would do or would not do and go until he dies and then pick a new character and do it again. Yeah, so I think I want to do that this fall. I think it'd be a fun thing to do. Where does this go? I think I want the ability to send a road off and across, and then it'll be over here alongside that. I think that looks good. Let's road that out real quick. So from here, will it do it on its own? Not really. Let's go from there. Okay, that did it. No, didn't like that either. Okay, let's get in there where we can see it. There. There. Alright, so from that point, which I just lost. That it? There, up, over, over. I think it was right there. We'll find out. That out to a bridge, back a couple. Okay, so with that, let's put the furniture, let's see, there, artisan, joiner, out over here. So I can't quite go where I was wanting to originally now, because I bumped that road over one too many spaces. But I wanted the gap in there. Okay, well let's just pump that little corner up into the air a little bit. I think it was there. Okay, now that front, let's see if I can tell where the front is of the actual building rather than the property. There. Well, that's the fence line. Okay, the fence line even with the warehouse over here. That'll be good. So you can jump in there. So we got that up and going. So new road in and a new industry has just begun. Okay. Just had a boat drive by. So he's going to pop into here real quick. Meanwhile, we're over in this area somewhere, aren't we? These are done. You, distillery, needing sorghum, glassware, furnace fuel. I think we can get that going. Let's do that. We've got the sorghum now. In fact, we've already got this other stuff all loaded up. Trade, he never showed up. There he is. Radish, broccoli, nomads. Pause the game. Radish, broccoli, carrots, beans. Nope, we've got enough variety at the moment. We're going to dismiss you, and we're going to go see some nomads. So, we're over here, aren't we? There they are. Nomads, 11. Definitely. We can do that. Allow. You guys are, boom, citizens. And we're up and running. Great. So now we've got some laborers available. Do we have housing? Well, we do have this guy to get us started. Okay. And we've got 3 houses already queued up for them. Alright, that'll be fine. Food. We'll be good here in a while for food. In fact, let's just, right off the bat, put in a second fisherman. There and here. And there. Okay. You're done. Right? 3 of them. Stonecutter. We ran out. Okay. Get that one going. Alright, so stonecutters. We'll move all of you into there for now. And we've got a disease. Okay, so is our doctor up and running? He is. He's got 1 patient, and that patient's on his way. Okay, so with that, thinking my way through here, where was I? That's being rebuilt. That's going in for the cows. And outbreak of yellow fever. Alright, so 1 person total allowed here. We've got all of them running. Alright, so we've got, what kind of numbers? 1,000 a year out of that one. 1,300. 1,000. 1,000. How did you get 1,300? What if somebody changed position and brought a whole pile of rice with them? Kind of defected. 1,300. 1,200. And 1,000. May also have to do with where they're living. Yep, there it is. Out over there. So we could use another house or 2 down on this end, which is what's going to happen right here. One of these is probably going to go to these folks. Okay, so that takes care of that. What else is in this area? Rice wine. You guys are making lots. Can we put more people in this? We cannot. Okay, so 2 of them. Alright. 2 of 2 vendors. That's not really necessary. You're doing that. You're doing that. Was there anything else we didn't turn on because we didn't have people? Nope. So far, we're fine. Okay, this is being rebuilt. That's maxed out, right? You can only go to 5? I'm confused there. Who are you? You're a fisherman. Okay, if I do that... Okay, you figured yourself out now. Now, what was with this? Alright, that should have satisfied that. Okay. So... Still working through the town here. You are the distillery, so we're good here? We're good here. Yeah, let's peek into this area. We've got a gatherer, 4 people in it. We've got a forester. Logs are fine, but let's go ahead. We've kind of got the surplus. No, let's leave it at 3 of 3. We have 3 foresters, so 3 in each one. That should be plenty. Okay, we got 4 houses already upgraded. We do have a well. Anybody over here needed a well? We're near water here. We have a well right there. And here, we're near water everywhere. Don't really need it. Same thing here. Don't need it. One thing about the marsh map, you got to go quite a ways to get an area that doesn't have easy access to water. So well there should be one kind of in this area, I would think. Yeah, there you are. So we're pretty good on wells. We're too close to water there. So the last area that really needs it to be in this area, and there's a well. Do we have one on this side? No. Nope, nothing hiding in there. Okay, let's put one more well in, kind of down in this area. So, what would that be? Down? Nope, there. That little guy. Well, I meant to go one further down, but I guess it lands there. We'll move it later if it's in the wrong place. Okay, so that takes care of that. So we're in this forest node. You are. Barn storage, you're full. Wood storage, you're not. And hunter. Forest, hunter. 2 of 2. Let's kick that one up. We'll go 3 of 3 in each of the hunters. You and you. 3 of 3. Okay, that will get... We've got a little bit of an outbreak going. Now we're down to 4 now. Hate when that happens. Walk right by the hospital to go finish your job infecting everybody before you come back to the hospital. Aha. So, we've got more leather coming in that way. Forester Lodge. Forester Lodge. No, I want a hunter. That's what I'm talking about. Venison, feathers, duck meat, blueberries. Lots of good stuff. Okay, so that's looking good. We're done here. We're done there. Cemetery is about overloaded. Alright, new cemetery. Over by the new church. Let's cemetery out over here. Where at? Kind of a hill over here. There or there? That might be a place with a good view. Let's go over here. What are you? Just the way the light shines through. Okay. Cemetery. There. That one. Right there. So we can only fit 10. Let's go ahead and make it as big as it'll let us. Why did I go red? Can't do 19. Oh, I see we're hitting the shore over there. Okay. I can go to 10 by 18. We'll do that. Stack that one here-ish. More builders. That would be a good idea. Didn't think of that earlier. Darn. Okay, we'll get more of this stuff built faster. And again, I'm going to keep it on slow speed on purpose until I work my way through the entire town. So we're good at the doctor. We don't need this stockpile, right? That was used to clear all the resources out of this area. And you can see what happens to a stockpile afterward. They bring all the glass over, they bring all the lumber over. So building supplies, furniture. Okay, this needs to go away. Do not need to hijack all of our supplies out over here. So we're done here. There was a stockpile at one time, and then I put in the log. No, that's right. Not this time. That was the stockpile. And even over here, I think I pulled out the stockpile and I put in the wood storage. Okay. So, working our way this way. This is done. Another merchant. No, yes. You have more animals that we do not need. So, dismiss you. These guys are not on yet. Well, let's wait till we get there. Let's work through this one. Storage is full. This guy, let's add one more vendor to here. See if we can get him to draw more stuff out of here and keep this more efficient. Or do I just stick another one in? This one does not upgrade. Well, there's a vendor right there, right? And one off that direction. Let's do another one. What other choices do we have here? What am I looking at here? Town services? No. Right there. Storage shed. That's kind of the same sort of thing. Better place for it? Over here by the hunter. Okay, we'll do that. Last noise was another trading post? Another trading post. I just saw another one coming in. Bricks, firewood, sand, more hardwood. Yes, we'll do the hardwood. Okay. Tools are actually getting low. Alright, so let's think about that forge here in a little bit. Tools are starting to get low. Actually, the iron is not. It's doing fine. Though I don't know what it was like earlier. We'll get to that in a second. Iron, so I'm going to say no on iron. Fire bundles, no. Lamp oil, we're fine on lamp oil. We're making our own now. Alright, just the 4,000, so that's 500 wine. We don't have it this time. Don't have it this time. Do we want another winemaker? No, we don't, because we're going to put fancy furniture in here soon. So we'll just stick to what we've got. So 436 and 20 fancy furniture goes where? An additional 72. 72. I want to say 4 goes into that evenly, right? 15, 16, 17, 18. There it is. Trade and dismiss. Okay, so more. We're storing up the logs, which are sitting over here. Yep. And who knows where else they've been hauled. Someone over there. Okay, so we're down in this area, and we got to remember tools. In fact, let's think of tools right now. Let's go ahead and up this one. And we're making steel tools with coal, log, and iron. And we have all the supplies. We want to get more steel coming soon. In fact, the idea was to actually pull this guy out of town. So when we get to the center area here, we're going to pull him out and get the forge going. And get that soot out of there. In here, though, herbs. How are we doing on herbs? We are bringing in not a whole lot. Not a lot at all. Okay. Let's throw another herbalist out into here and just capitalize on this little area. Like we could temporarily. Yeah, we could. Let's just throw it out in here. This is going to stay natural for several more episodes till I get time to do something with it. So there's a place that's guaranteed to be full of herbs. All the stone and iron have been hauled out of here. Do have a little lone stockpile over there. We'll leave that. We may do some cutting here at some point. Nice to already have that in place. So, herbalist. That's town services, doctor. We have that herbalist there. There was a neat little herbalist that I found for the George map. Not that one. That one right there. Let's do that. For that matter, let's put that one in there. And I kind of like that little hunter that I found too. Let's play with that one. Food. You? Yeah, right there. So, where did that other footprint go? Right in there? Let's put them both together so we can find them again. Campfire is right there. Okay. You, head over there next to the small town herbalist. Hopefully I'll notice some of these guys popping soon. You're being redone. Coal was doing fine. I don't need to rush that one, right? Inventory. Coal, 1,000. Yeah, no need to worry about that. Okay, so we were in here. Tiny house. A lot of families need homes here real quick. Home. We've done these guys. 3 of 4. 4 of 4. 3 of 3. You, storage. Okay, this area's done. So let's get into town. Let's turn off this one. In fact, let's just take this out completely. What are you? You are a tiny shack. You're firewood. You are a deer butcher. Okay. Yeah, let's make you go away. You're going away. We may redo this whole little area here at some point. And we have one person who needs a job. You get to work here now. Foundry is on. And 2 people in it. There we go. Just trying to think. I know what one of them was. What's another one? We have one more person working somewhere. The blacksmiths. So 2 blacksmiths and 2 blacksmiths. Okay. So 4 total. That's good. And we are making iron out of furnace fuel and iron ore. Furnace fuel. Does that need to be turned on yet? Still at 1,700. Nope. We'll leave it off. Okay. 4 laborers, 6 builders. Let's even that out. And this is to make more iron or coal. As to make iron ore. And we have not cleared iron ore in a long time. So how are we doing on that? We've only been taking it off the ground. HI still 674. We'll leave that just yet. We're not running out. And I would want to make warehouses to store this sort of stuff. I need to do that anyway. You're making iron. I need an iron warehouse out here. We've got a material warehouse there. And no warehouse over here. And probably not even a road. I don't think I wrote it into here. Not this map. Not this version. I think we had wrote it into here with the 1.6 version. Okay, we're using... Well, I kind of like that road, but I do want to speed this up a bit. So let's get the foot traffic speed up. Key road. Right there. Are you key? Yeah, that's not stone, that's key road. So let's go ahead and do that from there. And let's see. Shift. How do we want to do this? That looks pretty good right there. Let's head into that and head into that. Okay, so there's a road. We've got... We need a log or a mine or iron warehouse. Iron storage. Right there. And coal is material. May as well get it set. You're over here, material. You're over there. Okay. This episode is probably going to run a little long. I want to kind of finish this whole process, so next time I can just enjoy building. So, over here, you're going away. Firewood, one person, making 300 to 400. We're not using a lot of it. You're probably using most of the fire bundles. So we'll call that good. Deer Butcher, doing a great job over here. Houses, all needing upgrades, but that'll kick people out of their home. I don't want to deal with that right now. We have two. Yep, that's done. I'm going to say that we're ready to turn this guy on. Let's do that. There, done. 4 left. Let's swap that out there. You are storage. Hardly used. Okay, furniture. I was going to just swap these back and forth, but I think it makes sense to have another one over there and have fancy furniture always being made. Is that... No, nothing's going to get built this time. We're just laying them all out. Next time we'll prioritize it and kick the speed up and get that done. But you are not making a whole lot a year. We could add another worker. It's not all that necessary, so not right now. Bricks. Let's go this way. We're only using it for the building supplies right now. Bricks, 0. So we're making building supplies faster than we're making the supplies to build them with. 27 building supplies, that's actually a lot. That's, 15 buildings worth. Meaning some of them take 1 or 2 or 3 building supplies. Okay, we're going to leave that one. Shore houses, how are we doing on sand? We bought 1,000 sand. So 300 we had on our own, and we still have 300, if I recall right. Clay, I think I had bought clay at one point. We're out of clay. Okay, so you two... Actually, are we running 6 of them now? Think about that. Yeah, all 6 are running. Clay, no. Clay, sand, clay, sand, clay, sand. That's kind of annoying. Let's go sand, 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 clay, clay, clay. Clay, clay, and clay. And clay we're not keeping up with. So that's where they're going to store it right there. So that's the closest place. Boost up at least one more worker. Don't have a whole lot more to give, but that'll give Clay a little bit of a shot in the arm. Okay, so in here also we've got our building supplies. Just, yeah, we're fine there. You are bricks, you are glass, you are fuel refinery, which is off. Okay, that's this whole area. Fish is fine. Food's set 20. Starting to drop again a little bit. Storage is probably full. And didn't I have another one of those? I did not. Really could use another storage out here. Oh, where to? That's already pushing a little bit into my space. We could do something over here. We don't have any land for storage. So really, dock is what we've got. So let's come off of here and do storage right there. I like that. So docks, themes. So really this episode is just going to be playing with the productivity and efficiency. Basically what I'm doing in the series of George. I'm going to go through and make sure my own town is all optimized the best that I can. Let's see, what am I doing here? The big storage guy. Okay, doors are right there. I want to touch, move in, right there. And let's move out one, give a little space between them. Okay, those two docks should have been enough to get into that. And let's up the priority just on the docks. Right there. Make sure those get done. Alright, so this guy, toss him into the side. Nothing here is built that I can tell. Normally there's a bigger pop-up box when it gets built. It becomes a different shape. So we should see it bounce out of this mess here a little bit. So with that, we've got lots of reeds. They're all one person each. Reeds, what do we say? We were at 7,000 something at the beginning. Now we are at 68. So we are starting to use reeds a little bit faster than we're making them. Now that we turned on that one more... we did not turn on one more fire bundle. We turned on 2 more swivel coats. Okay. So that's what changed there. So anything else in this area? You are a house. You are a dock fuel storage, storing the fire bundles. Okay. School, 12. You're still maxed. That was a trader. This area is done. Okay, lumber, out of logs. Again, lumber is at 1,000. That's a good number for us. You are material warehouse. You are a fish smoker. So fish, logs, barrels. Barrels, are we keeping ahead of the curve here? BA 45, yes. And logs and fish. We know we have lots of fish. How you doing? Have you had a full year? Don't know. Autumn. Yeah, that's rough. That's about right. So a little over 200 a year. Okay. With that, I think we're done with this area, right? I need to get to that merchant. You are the cooper. You're making barrels. You're making 40 a year. Okay. I think we're done with all that. Let's check this guy real quick. Leek, flax, pepper. No. Okay. You're done. I'm done in here. I'm done through there. Over here, not a lot to look at yet. Still have people in there. Need to get those houses prioritized, so we'll probably end it by doing that. We're good here. We have a vendor here. He's mostly full. Have not turned him on. We have not built him. Okay. So with that, let's pin you. Let's go find those houses. Let's sort through this mess here, then we'll call this one done. This has got to get done, but that's not a high priority. We have plenty of coal in stock. The joiner is for eventual trading. That's not a high priority. Precious mine is not a high priority. Small town herbalist. Nope, not a high priority. Many hunters, not. Iron storage. You are the one right over here. That would be a good idea to get going. Material warehouse over here. not necessary right now. Storage shed. You're in there, and that other one is maxed out. So yeah, that would be nice to get going. Dairy, not critical. The house, yes. The cemetery, yes. Okay, so that's the order we want to go in. Basically, these guys, then the cemetery, then the storage shed, then the iron storage. Okay. Diphtheria. So let's move these guys all over here. Let's sort this mess out. Joiner, we'll just kind of do this sort of thing. No real order at the moment. Just that these guys are out here and are going to need to be done. Okay, so in order. And then the houses. Alright, so priority. Iron shed. Right there. But before that, I want the storage shed done. Right there. But before that, I want the cemetery done. Right there. But before that, I want these 3 houses done. There, there, there. So theoretically, that's the order they're going to get built in. At least that's the plan. They have a way of messing up my plans, but that's the idea. You, and you. So, I think I'm at a place where I can call this episode done. Next time, I want to get these guys done, of course. But I think we want to get into the little marina thing over here. Get a bunch of houses going there. Then we need to concentrate on housing out over here. Not sure exactly how and where to do that. Stick a road around this and then start the next layer. Something like that. Not sure. Not as creative in that sense as Vapa is. I have to sit there and scratch my head for a while. But with that, I think we're going to call this one done. Everything's looking decent over here. Tools are holding level. Yep, we'll call this one finished. I thank you guys for watching. Hit the like and subscribe if you would, and I'll catch you next time, folks. Bye-bye.